The build for today is a trophy shelf. It sits flat against the wall. It's an L shape. It has knobs in the front so you can hang your ribbons. And it also has a shelf with a lip on the front so that you can display your trophies. Start with a 1x4 8-foot board. We'll cut it down to 30-inch sections. We'll make 2 of those. And we'll then assemble the shelf like this. With the glue joints, I'll also put in some dowels to support the top shelf. I left this 1x4. And I'm going to cut this piece down 2.75 inches. That way it has a little bit more proportion to it. Leftover strip that you cut off this 1x4, go ahead and glue that at the top here to create a little ledge to catch stuff like trophies or pictures. 6 of these knobs going across the span of here. So let's put in my CNC and drill 6 holes going through. That way they're all perfectly even and perfectly aligned. Well, at the same time, what I'll do is I'll put a keyhole program in with my keyhole bit, and I'm going to put a keyhole here and a keyhole here. That way when we put it on the wall, it sits flush and then hides all the hardware. And in a few minutes I have 2 keyholes made, and I have 6 equally spaced holes to put the knobs in and perfectly aligned. And here's a close-up of the keyhole, and then you can see all the holes perfectly aligned. I set up this fence here. That way I can just push my workpiece up to it and then slide it along and drill the holes that I need for the dowels. So between each cut, you want to make sure that you clear out any chips on here or debris, because that will offset your piece a little bit over time as more debris gets in there. Now that the holes are drilled, I went ahead and glued both pieces together and inserted the dowels with glue in each of these holes. What I'll do next is take my flush cut saw and cut all these flush, sand them down. One other thing I did is I put a countersink here in the back for the knobs so that the screws for the knobs that go on there can be sunk down. That way it doesn't interfere with the wall and it sits flat.